Everyone, it's Dying Demon, and even though I know I'm supposed to be doing Little King Story or uh, Despotism or Dwarf Core video, it's been a while since I've played FortressCraft. Well, I've actually been playing the crap out of it. I actually put up an episode. I've been helping someone on IG Paradise, IGP's Discord, set up trying to get their base on par. Just so they can get back on building and not get overrun by a hive mind that is currently trying to overgrow them. So, for those of you who are watching this and is making this a guide for everyone, I recommend doing elevators instead of conveyor belts for deep digging and deep building. The elevators don't need protection. Speaking of, for those who don't know, this is a hive mind right here. This is what they look like outside of their thing. I'm still tearing it apart. When you go deeper than, I think it's 80 on here, it could be more, it could be less. I can't quite remember. I'm on basically normal difficulty. I actually have a little easier than that, just because I didn't want to feel stressed out. And Spiderbot, why do you keep doing that? Get back down here. Jesus. Okay, so this is an elevator. Or not an elevator, a lift controller. And what it does is, it ferries supplies up. It acts like a 300 capacity hopper, which is why I have three 100 capacitor hoppers. Three 100 capacity storage hoppers that then ferried off into my processing area. I have this for everything that is deeper than 75. So I have one for my lithium. I'm trying to find one like here. Here we go. Let's just show you. So what it does is whenever you build it, you have to put rack rails down. You have to have a maker for this. It takes iron gears, makes rack railing, which you then pop into a storage and it funnels it down. Now, what this is going to do is, I have lasers set to power it. You're going to want to build lasers to keep it powered. But then again, you should by this point. It should be pretty easy. Are you traveling up? Yep, it's coming up at 5 meters a second. I should be able to see it. There it is, traveling up. With all that ore in tow. So when it arrives at the surface, because of how it only holds 300 for the basic, boom. All 300 unload into these coppers, because this one was crystal, and it takes it off. I'm not going down there, because that is the ice cavern level, and it unloads my spider bot, and he just floats away. It sucks. Ignore my lab over there. It is a power hog, and it has used up almost all of the titanium, was it nickel? I can't remember which, that I've had, and it's coming from over here. Tearing apart organic stuff gives you random higher tier ores. So here we go. This one's also going back down. This is iron. Let's go with the iron one. That, let's just go there with the lift here. Take me down. I think you're this way. It's nope, the other way. Won't take me out. Whew, made it. Yeah, here we go. So the way this works is you make this go down until this, either the first, second, or third layer, make contact with a hopper that is attached directly to your drill. This hopper will immediately, if you have logistics only, that's fine, because not everyone can afford, whenever you're building this, you're only just getting into iron and lithium, so you might not have enough to build a bunch of storage hoppers. If you do, good. But what it'll do is it'll feed it directly into this and pick it up. This way you don't need to put lasers down. You have to put turrets down to protect your... Speaking of, hold on. Ooh, starting to run low on iron. But like this, you won't need a turret to protect your goods. They'll go into this. Minox do not attach to it, and it will not fill up your... it will not cause your hive mind to grow crazy. Now, let me go back to the top. I'm going to show you the basics for building one. You basically get about the machine, setting it up, letting it make it, pulling it out. That's all simple. By the point which you've built this, you should understand that. I want to tell you is how you actually need to build this and how to set it up. So when building a elevator, you need to look at the ground. So this is ground level. Let's pretend this is where you want the bottom of the elevator to be. So you're going to build up 4, count up 4. And I do have a developer cheat on for this so that I don't have to go and just build another one because I don't need it. I'll be deleting it through my my macerator whenever I'm done, which will just take, you're going to need 9 controllers. Now, what you need to do is make sure that however you place this, so let's say I want it, I have this built here, and the hole is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 by 3. So, take another block, place it here, take your, back to it, drop this here, you're going to make sure it's 3 by 3. There you go. Now this will drop down into this pit, which I'm just going to make a little bit bigger. Just so you know, if you use the excavator, which I should have, this thing right here, let's say I pop this in the middle, as you can see, it fits perfectly into an auto-excavated canal. So if you know there's no ore directly above you, or you're okay wasting some more and super digging it out, drop one of these suckers in and give it power and let it dig the whole way to the surface for you, and then just drop this 4 up from where it breaks the surface. Now, from here it needs power, so either a laser power needs to be given to it, or, you know, a generator. I have solar, which I shouldn't have yet because I haven't even reached titanium. Like I said, I just dump a crap load of organics into my macerator and it just gives me titanium and gold and nickel. I don't know if it's supposed to be doing that, to be honest, but it does. And if I'm going to look a gift horse in the mouth, but let's say you drop that on there, and it's going to provide power. It holds 3,000. Then you're going to need to take a hopper, and it has to be a hopper. I recommend storage, because logistics just isn't going to do it. And when you make your rails, which I have 34 left, what's going to happen is you're going to drop them into the hopper. Where did I put my quantity? Remember when I said I don't even have that, but I have titanium. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Take the rack rails, drop it in. As you can see, it starts building them down. You need 2 rails for every meter you go down. So if it's like 30 meters down, or 80, or let's say you're 100 meters down in, let's say to get to lithium or iron, you will need 200 rack rails. And you can make them with a rack railer, just for the sake of simplicity. I really do not like using these cheats. They make me feel like I'm cheating in my world, but just for the sake of it. Now, for now, let's attach a hopper. And let's attach a... Oop, wrong one. Solar panel. Now, as you can see here, it needs 2 iron gears. So let's say you're 200 meters down. It takes 2 iron gears to make one, if I'm not mistaken, 1 rack. Do I have gears on me? I do not. Where's my gear maker? Sorry, let me get to my gears real quick and we'll now I'll show you what it does. You're gonna need that rack railer. It's the only way to get them. Now, let's see. Iron gears. And yes, this is my, ooh, hole's filled up. Yeesh. Alright, so hole is full. That's not good. I need to either expand that, and that's all enriched coal. If I'm not mistaken, I can take my crystal, which is also filling up quite nicely, and use it to enrich my enriched coal. We'll see. And these are bug parts that I've been gathering. Only pristine parts. I take the rest and feed them off. Alrighty. So, you see, I haven't even found nickel yet. I found them, I just am not mining them yet. So, when you take it in, drop your iron in, your iron gears, wherever I put them, and it'll just start making rack rail, or start making the rails. Pushes them out, and because I have this as a... It doesn't work that way. Dang it. I could have swore this would feed directly into the conveyor behind it. Some machines do that. They just feed back into the machine they pull from. And it'll just start pulling them off. So it'll take you, but maybe one. So every meter, you're going to need 4 gears. That means if it's 100 meters down, you need 400 iron gears or 400 iron ingots, especially if you do it correctly. Don't, for the love of God, automation is everything. Do not craft this in your crafter or your inventory unless you have absolutely no choice. To give you an idea, 1 plate makes 1 gear, if I'm not mistaken. 1 plate, 1 gear. That means 1 iron ingot makes 1. No, wrong place. I really should build another ladder up. Okay. Let's see. Should really put down solar panels for these guys as well. I have you research, but I still can't make you. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. An iron gear is 5 iron bars in your manufacturing plant, but it is 1 iron bar to make it automation style. It is cheaper. Just do it that way. Once you get your rack railers and you build them down, this will auto build until it hits a stopping point, which usually, if you build it right, you can position your your elevator, to drop right next to your stuff. This is lithium, I think. Yeah, and it's about to come up, and I think crystal. Oh, no, look at that, gold. Gold's up. I knew one of you was about to come up. But automation is key. In early game, it can be a bit overwhelming. You're just getting started. The game tells you to make things, which guide you, but it leaves it up to you to build everything. To figure out how to make your automation and make it work. By the way, this was my first attempt at a shaft using paste builder. It is the only mod I actually use. I hate the fact that I have developer cheats on, but the paste builder just builds things for you. You can set it to completely remove a mountain, which is what I did over here. This was work floor excavation. Nice, Spiderbot. Oh, I also can't emphasize enough. Build a slime attractor. These suckers suck. No, don't pull me in. Didn't mean to do that. Let's take... Yeah. Don't want you filling up. It just keeps them away from your stuff. But this was done with my paste builder. It just leveled an entire mountain. And there's the top of the mountain over there. Leveled all this and got rid of it. No more tunnel nukers burrowing into my safe place. And then I put a workflow excavator to get rid of all this. I would recommend that mod. I actually do. Yeah, I am completely backed up over here. I'm probably going to put a storage hopper. I need to find a way to start burning through. Ever since I started moving over to coal using titanium, it's... Yeah. Having fun, Spiderbot? Why aren't you wearing your skin? Huh. There we go. Thank you, Spiderbot. But yeah, it's the rail, the cargo lift, and the controller are pretty much your lifesavers. I know that I have access to pipes now, conveyor pipes. I know I have access to matter movers. I'm sure I could do 1,000 things with them all. I just don't want to. I'm actually happy with this. I build slowly, I go slowly. So if you're not in a rush, even if you do want to go faster, these are still a good stopgap until you get covered conveyors. Because at certain points you You do not want your base being overwhelmed by hard resin and losing all of your hard work. Another thing that's good about this, like I said, they don't get attacked by Minox, is covered conveyors do the same thing. They're a more intermediate travel. They don't need power. They can just go, but they're good for cold areas. Conveyors don't work in cold areas. Or they do, but they're drastically reduced. I gotta keep an eye out for camo bots. I don't want getting killed by a push off you. I don't want getting killed off by a camo bot down here. There's my lithium. Camo bots have a tendency to be around here and they jump me all the time, but not today. Alright, let's go down. Further down, you're going to run into something called the cold caverns. That would be where either your elevator or your covered conveyors come in handy. That is where they shine. Your tubes, your pipes, whatever the heck you want to call them. Yep, there's crystal. Down here it's way too cold, but down here, you see the external temperature, air too cold? Yeah. This is also where you run into camo bots a lot. I kind of hold this area off so I don't run into them. But yeah. It's helpful for like down this deep. Who wants to sit there and there's my shaft. Who wants to sit there and run all of that when you can just make sure there's one laser all the way down? Dig a shaft, which is what I use my base builder for, so I had to put an excavator in the middle. I just make it a 3x3 shaft, drop it till right above it, and then I drop this sucker down here and he just picks it up and carries it up. I'm sure there's more efficient ways and I'll eventually get to those. But elevators, or lifts, cargo lifts especially, use them. They will save time, they will save you money, or resources. But this is just a little bit of a tidbit for me, something to hold y'all over. For those of you who haven't seen this game and find it interesting, think of it as Factorio meets Minecraft. It's been around for a while. It's in final form. It has a few DLCs. I think it's $3 right now on Steam. Not sure how long that's going to last. It's a lot more than that usually, but I say go pick it up. Give it a shot. Killing attackers on the surface are. Ah, shoot, that's right, I went down too far. Anything more than 120 meters. Hear it right there? That was my CPH turning back on. Go too far away and these things despawn, and when the land despawns, your spider bot floats away. That is something I wish the developer had fixed, but he did fix it, and then he fixed something else, and it broke it, and it's just a game of cat and mouse with that bug. It happens. But he decided to move on because FortressCraft has reached its pretty much peak audience, I guess. And now he's making a different game. He's moved on. Developers have to move on. Yeah, we got attackers, and I don't see my spider bot. You're going a weird way, aren't you? By the way, this was the original surface. This is where land used to be, and I dug it all out using work floor excavators and base builder. Yeah, remember, elevators are lifesavers. Don't be afraid to use them. They might look complicated, but they're not. Just 9x9 over a hole that is, 3x3 over a hole that's 3x3. Make sure it's 4 up, and then just build it, and it'll look like, ow. It'll look like this. Just give it power to build your rail. When your rails are done, switch the power over to here and keep going. All you gotta do. But and then if you ever want to dismantle it, shift click. Any multi-block structure has to have it. And just so you know, the rails count as multi-block structures. In fact, where that personnel lift is that I just used to get up and down, yeah, that was originally my very first iron mine. Whenever it ran out. Iron, I'm having trouble with. It keeps running out, and all my nodes seem to be no more than 300, like 300k. And since I have not used my titanium appropriately to build better smelters, I'm still running on the basics. So it takes 8 ore. So it eats away at it. But yeah. So next time, I've been Dying Demon.